Before I can take y'all from Columbia to Columbia, we have to talk about the last chapter of my life in Columbia, and that's my last year of teaching at Ridgeview High School. So those of you guys that know me on a more personal level, you know that when I started my teaching career, I started at a middle school. I never wanted to teach, right? And I damn sure didn't want a middle school. But I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. People that was offering me a job, I got it, went with it, right? So I taught there for 6 years. It was really fun. And then I think I was always trying to leave. Well, like 2 years after, I was always trying to leave. So each year, nothing ever worked out. So my last year, I signed the contract with the understanding that, well, I'm going to just be here. Move closer to the school and all. And then around Easter, I applied for a job at Ridgeview. Got the job like a week later, well, like a couple of days later. And I told them, you know what, let me pray about it, let me think about it. Went to Southeast Tuesday. Them kids started acting a fool. Picked up that phone. I said, hey, thanks for the offer. I will be attending next year. Just after I signed my contract, right? So I was like, dang. In order for me to get out, I had to find somebody to replace me. Was an easy fix. Different story for another day. But that's how I ended up at Ridgeview, right? What made me move from a middle school to a high school is that I wanted to present more works that kind of display a more, let's say, adult topics. Not so much as like, let's be intimate, but I wanted to tackle more topics, and I felt like I would not feel comfortable, say, putting that on the middle school kids. I ain't gonna lie, the stuff I put on them, they ate up, but I wanted to move to something bigger. Also, I got my master's in dance education, so I was like, in order for me to be considered a real, like, master's in education, I need to be able to teach all demographics of, like, all age group, right? Middle school, boom, I think that is the hardest category of kids to teach. I successfully got through that. And then also, y'all want to start, like, presenting bigger things, and I want to test my luck at a high school, right? So, what I hope that I would have gotten from the position, a group of more talented kids that actually wanted to be in dance because they signed up for it, and credits and GPA, that was a big thing in high school. That in middle school, they just throw in my class, so I'm just like, I gotta deal with them. But high school would have been more like a curated group of students. I want to be able to put kids in a position to where they can attend college and cite my name. And I want to be able to travel with my kids overnight, because we know that a lot of opportunities in dance is not going to be in South Carolina or in Columbia. So I want to be able to give them these opportunities outwards, and it would have been easier for me to travel with high school kids versus middle school kids, right? When it comes to what excited me about leading a dance program, was the same thing at Southeast. Like, I knew that I would be able to build the program based on what I want the program to be, for the most part. So I thought, and just the idea of being able to, again, transform the next generation of dance educators, right? Because I couldn't teach at a college yet. So I said the next group of people would be my high schoolers. Let me see which one of them I can make love dance so much that they want to teach, meaning they will go to the higher ed level and pursue a career in dance education. What I actually did there, I really enjoyed it, y'all. So, despite what many of you guys may think, like, I actually had a whole class of kids that want to be in dance, for the most part, that signed up for it. So, first semester I had Dance 1, which was first and second period, which was a block, right? Then I had my break, third and fourth. Then fifth, I had Art Leadership, Tell You About LA, and I had another class of Art Leadership for 6th, and my 7th and 8th was my Dance 1s. It was one block, right? Next semester, I had Dance 3 and 4. 7th and 8th was my Dance 1. It was a new group of students, right? So I literally had to go to teacher meetings. I still had to come up with lesson plans. Like, I was not there just teaching the kids how to dance. I taught technique. I taught dance history, criticism. They had homework assignments, writing. Like, it was the whole gist. Like, what you expect from a math teacher, that's what I did. Like, I actually gave my kids homework, assignments, projects, all of that. We was the real deal. Holy Phil. I also took my kids to like events, y'all. Like we travel, we perform. When it came to like different school events, it was just a really dope thing. Like I presented at different conferences, like we presented at different school events, we traveled, we made a name for ourselves. I really think that I've changed that program. Not saying another teacher has changed the program, but I believe the work that I did was very beneficial to the success of the school that year, and also building a good foundation for the school years to come after that. Now, let's talk about the good. Let's start with dance one. Dance one was my basically it was mostly ninth grades, but it was any student who have not taken dance one because so I had two groups of dance one. My favorite group would be my child. Now we get into it, and then I watch my videos. Anyway, my favorite group would have been my dance one students from first semester. I believe they wanted it more. Like they wanted it more. And it was the first group of kids that I had. So I guess like they just really wanted to be in that class. Versus my semester 2 kids, not saying that they didn't want it. My semester 2 were the most talented. However, I believe they work ethic lack. Like I had girls in there in my second semester that were mostly with cheerleaders. They took dance outside. Like they just basically kind of understood dance movement a little more. But for some reason, it was just hard to get them to do what I want them to do. It may be because I wasn't as tough with them, and it may be just because I was leaving. I really didn't care so much. But these kids really put me through that. But I love all of them. Like we went through our ish, we got through, we put on an amazing show. But my favorite had to be my first semester dance students. They were just so nice. I was getting to know them. I had my select favorites or whatever. We'll talk about that later, but that's just how it really was, right? Now, dance 2. I had dance 2 my first semester. I've grown to love the mess out of these girls. My dance 2 were amazing. These were the first kids that I put majorette on in my high school days. They were nice. Again, I had my favorites in that class too. I am still really good friends with a lot of those kids. I know everybody say, oh, you're friends with your students. Save it. Save it. I've been teaching for 7 years. I promise you, I know what I'm doing. I haven't had any incidents yet. I know what I'm doing. A lot of these kids that I really enjoyed, they moved to my dance 3 and 4 class. So I got to see them the whole year. And again, we are lifelong friends. So they stuck with me. Next, dance 3 and 4, which was 2 separate classes that were combined into one because of like the amount of kids that was in it. So dance 3 was dance 3, dance 4 was again the gifted kids, right? Those are my babies. Those are the ones that have hurt me crazy before. They see me through a lot. We shared tears together. Those were the ones that I felt like really wanted it for the most part. Not all of them, but majority of them. Like 80%, they really wanted it. Because a few of these kids I got because they already took dance 2 and 3 with the old teacher. So they just their trajectory was to come to dance 4 or dance 3, even though I didn't have them. So didn't really care for that much. But however, it worked out, right? Because I ended up leaving anyway. But it worked out. I like those kids. Art leadership. Art leadership was something special that we did at Ridgeway. I don't know how many other schools did it, but I know that we were the only one in the district and probably in the Columbia area. But I know for the district, we was the only one that had a program like that. So art leadership was a class to where I had it was like my teacher cadet class almost. So I had my general education students. Those were the kids who either wanted to dance but did not know how or just wanted to take an easy class. Then I had my SPED students. Those were the special education students. However, I treated them mostly all the same because I'm not about to hold y'all back and make y'all feel like y'all can't do anything. Let's get this work. Let's get to these tests. Let's get to all this. Hey, y'all got this. Y'all got this. Nobody's gonna be y'all cheerleader. I'm gonna be y'all cheerleaders. And y'all gonna be accountable for y'all grades in my class. Again, a lot of people may feel like that was a horrible thing for me to say or do. Get into that later. However, no, like you guys are in my class. You're going to get homework. You're going to get projects. You're going to take tests. Again, it's just what you're going to do. So, voila, right? I really enjoyed that class. So basically, the Gen Ed kids and the SPED students, they're in there together, they are learning together, but the Gen Ed kids are mostly there to basically teach the special education students. So in the process, they made really good friends. We did a lot of good things that you probably saw on my TikTok. It just was a very enjoyable class. Those kids I had first semester and second. So when a child came into the SPED class, they were automatically put into my class. So as with everything, I put on a total of 2 shows. My first semester, my mentor, it seemed as if they were talking me out of putting on a show. Their whole thing was the dance students are showcased in like a winter event that includes all of the arts. And then the second semester would be the dance showcase. I don't like that too much. Why? Because if I have you the first semester, you leave my class, January, second semester, again, that's for kids, and we do a concert, where does that lead the kids that danced with me the first semester? They really had no way of dancing. No.
She's got a point.
And I've been doing this again for 6 years, so I'm sure I can put on 2 shows by myself. Was it difficult? Hell yes. Hell yes. Did I cry? Yes. Did we get through it? Yes. And guess what? I'll do it again. I'll do it again. Trips. I took kids to skateboard. I took kids to Skid Dancing, which is South Carolina Dance Association, is their annual showcase. But it's every other year, so however you say that or whatever. And Skateford was in Myrtle Beach. I took an amazing group of talented young ladies. We performed. We got adjudicated. It was the first in the program history we represented. We also performed at District. They had like a Black History Month festival thing. We performed at that right there. We did District Honors, which was something that I guess the school was been doing, but we did it with so much style and grace, and I really put that program on the map. I really put that program on the map. No tea, no shade. And the last biggest thing that I did at that school was, y'all, I was in a musical. Or not in a musical, I choreographed a musical. Hadestown will always have a special place in my heart because I did that. I was a co-choreographer, meaning I had somebody else that choreographed along with me. And I kind of like that better a lot because my first musical ever, I was not able to take on the whole thing. So I basically choreographed everything that was above ground. If you know the musical, you know the words that know it, know it. I think we did some really good ass work. It was a collaboration between band, chorus, dance, and theater. Amazing. Now, the bad. There was moments during my career that made me question, is this really what I want the next step in my career to be? I'm going to set a timer. And in the next 2 minutes, that's all I'm going to give, I'm going to talk about everything that pissed me off at that school. Now, okay, first thing is, y'all, the micromanagement. I understand I was working at a new school and I should have had like somebody that was over me as like my mentor. However, I don't like. I felt like I was in the mix for 6 years. Not saying I know everything, but I know when it comes to dance education, I know what I know. And I don't believe that I had that much guidance at the school. Again, it may just because people felt like I know what I need to know, which is a good thing too, but also I just got used to the middle school and how I felt like they somewhat, not baby us, but kind of held our hand a little bit and helped us through. But at that school, yes, I did not care for the ones that I got, but also I felt like I could have had more, if that makes any sense, right? Also, this whole idea of me not being able to direct the program like I felt was best. I felt like because I got hired for the job over multiple interviews, I was the expert. Nobody in that school knew more about the art of dance and teaching dance and dance education than I knew. So when I had to, the kids got in trouble for certain costumes that they were wearing because it was just a principal ran school, nothing against it, but that right there. So that was a problem. I didn't like how I had to run uniforms by people. I didn't like how the fact that we didn't have bus transportation for certain events that we was going to. Funding was low, which is things that I kind of experienced at the middle school, but I promise you the middle school was 10 times better because my principal, he knew that I know what I know and he let me alone. I was able to run the program the way that I want to run the program because again, I know my shit. So I didn't like that right there. I also didn't like the fact that I felt like I was pushed out. I did not like the micromanagement. I did not like the directions that were pushed to me from the higher up, district level, and the school level. And I felt like those people, the principal and the superintendent, never said anything to me. It was always the AP. Now, I ain't gonna say I did not like all the APs. I love some of the APs. But the ones that I did not like, I did not care for, is because of the micromanagement. Timer up. I think I need another 2 minutes. I'm not gonna take it though. So I went into it with the understanding that I was going to be teaching 1 year. But they was like, hey, it may take 3 years to get the program together. So I was okay with kind of staying if things would have went right. But y'all, the grass is not always greener. I don't want this part of the video to overtrump all the good things about the program. Please don't let that do it. But if it does, it does. However, that's my story. That's my opinion. I was not a good fit for the school because of what I wanted to do. Great school. I just wasn't a good fit for it. And moving forward, I know that I need to interview the school as much as school is interviewing me. I could ask questions, but I just felt like it just wasn't there. I felt like my 2 minutes is up. Moving on to the next thing.
Fuck, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Do I look like I give a fuck? Because I don't.
So, I had like three people I was looking at to take over my position because I knew that I was leaving. The kids took it hard. I didn't want to leave them without a teacher. So I said, you know what, let me find somebody, right? I think I submitted, a few people that applied for my program, I really didn't really care for it, but I said, you know what? Somebody that's working there that I don't think is going to mesh well with the kids or not having a program at all. I said, okay, cool. So I sent my recommendations, although again, I had no dog in that fight, but I just felt like, trust me, I've been through the program. I know what works, what doesn't work. I know what the kids were like. Trust me on who I say is going to get the job. Again, still interview them, but these who I think should have priority for the job, right? So I end up asking admin. I said, hey, do y'all have any updates on the position? And they was like, well, we was told to kind of basically put a halt on that. I thought, okay, cool, because they're trying to hire a band teacher too. Different conversation for another day. I thought that was more important because y'all finding out from my students that they completely canceled the program was hard to swallow. Mind you, 5 high schools in the district. Okay? One has like School of Performance, like a ballet program. The other one is known for like majorette. The third one is doing really effing good. Like he takes them kids all over the place. And the 4th school would have been Ridgeview. The 5th school did not have a dance program at all, right? Y'all, when they took away this program, that about killed me. As of where we at now, a couple of weeks ago would have marked the first day of school. And it feels very different knowing that Ridgeview dance program is no longer there. My heart is with every student who walked those halls. To my dancers, thank y'all for every rehearsal, every performance, every laugh, every challenge, and every moment that we shared together. You made the studio more than just a classroom. You made it feel like home. I am so sad that a new group of students won't get to experience what we built together. But nothing can erase the memories, the growth, and the impact this program has had on so many lives throughout that school and the community. As y'all continue with this school year, I hope that y'all continue to lead with courage, kindness, and confidence. Whether you guys are dancing on stage, cheering someone on, or simply finding a way, remember that the discipline, resilience, and the heart that you develop will always be part of you. I am always proud to have been your teacher, and I am always cheering you on from wherever I am, even New York. If you guys see this video, I want to let y'all know, have a beautiful school year, keep on shining, and keep growing. And above all, keep on dancing. So, why does Columbia matter? Oh, this kind of hit me a little harder than I think it would hit me doing this video. My purpose for getting my EDD is to make change, to make a bigger impact. I want to make sure that there are laws and policies put in place to where school districts have dance programs, to where they have somebody that's certified there to teach, so that they have the funding that they need, so that the kids whose lives I've touched and the kids who have touched my life are able to maintain that throughout the trajectory of their high school years, y'all. I just think it's so unfair for schools that not have these different programs. Not only dance, just any art program. So it pisses me off, like it really pissed me off that everybody don't get to experience these programs that want to. Yeah. So, over everything that has been talked about in this video, I want to end this video with the kids in mind, with my students, with my amazing students. I love y'all. I can't wait to see y'all again. And y'all got this. Y'all got this. I don't want to like sit here and call anybody out specifically because I love all of them. And if you know, you know. So before I end up leaving, I had some of my kids, well, I didn't have, but they ended up writing me some of these note cards. I lost a good bit of them traveling. But I'm going to just read some of them out. Some of them out. Some of them out. This first one says, Dear Mr. Walters, Dance One loves you. This actually came from my second... Oh! Y'all, I can read. This had to come from my semester 2 Dance 1 students, because Dance 1 from first semester didn't get to write anything. Dear Mr. Walters, thank you for the fun times as my dance teacher. I'm always going to remember our funny moments and the memories we made. Congrats again on Teachers College, and I'm going to miss you a lot. Love you, Walters. They don't got no names on these. Dear Mr. Walters, thank you for giving me a wonderful dance term. I've learned so much, and I will miss you so much, and will forever love the work and effort you pour into us. Much love. Dear Mr. Walters, thank you for your support and dedication to this program. I really enjoyed this class. Kamora. That's one of my Dance 1 babies. Thank you. You're an amazing teacher, and I've learned a lot from you. And thank you for leading this program in school. Leading this program to something, I don't know. But this is Haley. Haley Kamora, yes! Dear Mr. Walters, this has been a very interesting class, but I really did enjoy it. I admire your hard work, dedication to our program. I had many challenges at first, but with your help, I've learned, got better, and gotten much better. Thank you. Dear Mr. Walters, thank you so much for helping me become a better dancer and overcoming my fears of performing in front of a crowd. Even though you be messy, you still are the best dance teacher I could ask for. Lanaya. Girl! Please! I'm not messy. Dear Mr. Walters, I really enjoyed your class. It was fun, and I do plan on dancing there again. You are such an amazing teacher, and I hope you have a great summer. Deja. Aww. Sanaya. Thank you for teaching me things I didn't know how to do. I enjoyed being in the class. It also helped me become more confident. And thank you for being supportive and taking your time and taking time out your day to teach me. Dear Mr. Walters, even though you're leaving, I've always remembered how encouraging and supportive you were. Thank you for being such a great teacher. They didn't put a name on that one. Y'all wish I could log into my account so I can read y'all the other stuff, but girl, they kicked me out.
You're so weird for leaving, like.
Stop, because I recorded.
You're gonna cry some more stuff. Like, the camera actually like extra broke.
No, y'all, it's literally extra broke.
Yo. He want to go move with that boy. With that man.
He'll wake up when it's time to come.
Wait, y'all, I'm in the bag lunch. What's in the bag lunch?
I don't know. Okay, come on, I gotta go to the cafeteria.
Okay, I gotta go for a
I'm gonna go to Gabby.
I love you, Gabby. The bus already out there?
Yeah, but you can get a bag lunch too.
Okay.
If you want one.
I'm gonna go tell the kids bye. I'll be there anyway. I'm not gonna cry. We'll be in contact this summer. Later, I'm gonna miss you.
Bye, Mr. Watson. Let me get my
Another.
Oh yeah, make sure you stop by to my football games because I'm gonna be doing color guard. So make sure
My problem child.
Wait, how are you even gonna?
It never gave broke. What do you mean? I come? I can still. I'm gonna walk in through the back. I'm gonna save my ID.
What?
Can I get in this door if I leave out?
I don't know.
Y'all walk out this door. I thought y'all walk out another door. Now, so Lauren knows she could have come to school today.
Why are you out here, Walter?
Oh, to tell y'all bye. I'm not gonna cry. Why Kamari got that sign that's with them heels on? Why Kamari got that sign that says congratulations? And she ain't no senior. Tell her don't piss me off. Oh, we had to go through the cafeteria anyway to get out. Y'all.